What's up, everyone? Welcome back to What I Know, where I drop real wisdom and help you break free from the chains that keep you stuck. I'm Sherry Webb, and today we're getting down to the business on overcoming procrastination. Yeah, that sneaky little habit that's been holding you back. By the way, today is also my birthday. That's right, March 13th. So I am super grateful and very excited to be here with you today. This episode is called Get It Done, Real Hustle, Real Faith, Real Change. Now, let's have some real talk. I know what it's like to put things off until tomorrow, especially when life gets heavy, and it has been lately. But, I've learned that procrastination, it isn't just about being lazy. It's a signal from deep inside that you're not vibing with your true self. And guess what? Today, we're about to change that, okay? Um, so, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to unpack why we procrastinate, dive into the emotional and the mental blocks, and then bring it home with some practical, no nonsense strategies that tie into our divine connection. Make sure you stay until the end, where I'm going to give you 8 tips that will help you finally kick procrastination out of your life. So sit back, grab your favorite drink, and let's get into this journey together. All right, let me break this down. Let me break this down for you. Procrastination isn't just about putting off tasks. It's about dodging emotions and fears that make us feel uneasy or uncomfortable, right? You ever feel that heavy, it's like a heavy cloud of anxiety when a task hits you hard, like, oh my God, I gotta get this done. And then your thoughts begin to race with a story of how big or how hard the task is going to be. Or you may even start thinking about how long it's going to take you to get things done. But sometimes we delay doing something because it makes us anxious or even bored, believe it or not. And we're just trying to dodge those negative feelings. That's emotional regulation in play, full effect. So, there's 3 types of emotional regulation I want to tell you about. There's the threat system. This is our fight or flight system. Then there's the drive system. This is where you get things done. You're motivated, and so you begin to take action and to achieve your goals, right? The third type of emotional regulation is called the soothing system. This is where you're able to self soothe as a way to manage your emotions, right? So the threat system or the fight or flight happens when you feel anxiety because of needing to complete a task, but instead you choose to put it off. In other words, you procrastinate. It happens to all of us at some point, but it cannot happen too much, right? So today I'm going to break down why you're procrastinating and keep it real with you because that's what I do here on What I Know. So buckle up because some of these things that I say may sting just a little bit, but only if it resonates with you. But if anything I say resonates with you, it may also be an indication of some areas within yourself that you need to pay attention to. So, on this channel, I'm all about self awareness. We are all about self awareness. So, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so you may have fear of failure or perfectionism. So, how do these two play hand in hand? If you have a fear of failure, you may also try to do everything to perfection. You know how it goes. Sometimes, we're scared of not being perfect. The thought of falling short or that our work won't measure up can freeze us in our tracks. I've been through this. Trust me, I've been there. This one used to be a big one for me, right? A huge one. I was a perfectionist. It's not about like lacking willpower. It's that deep fear of failure. or even the idea of not living up to what you know you're capable of. It's that fear. So the second reason you procrastinate is what I would call like a cognitive trap, and time misjudgment. So what exactly is a cognitive trap? It's a negative and it's often an irrational way of thinking. This is how, we develop belief systems that do not serve us. Have you ever promised yourself, I'll get to it in a minute? And then when it came to doing something that you needed to handle, but then you found that the hours just kept slipping by. This is faulty planning. It's failing to plan effectively. So often we underestimate how long a task is really going to take. And that misjudgment, it not only like messes with your vibe, how you're feeling about yourself, but it also messes with your schedule, you know. But really, you didn't fail. It's just that you failed to plan and manage your time accordingly, right? So the last reason I'm going to give you for why you procrastinate, it has to do with short-term versus long-term rewards. Sometimes the lure of immediate relief, like chilling on the couch or, scrolling through your phone, it just wins over the long haul reward of finishing a project. It's like our minds, it's all about instant gratification. And we can all relate to this, even if it's a trap, right? Now, I have given you some reasons that why you may be procrastinating. I want you to take a minute and think about a time you put something important off. What was really behind that delay? Think about it. Recognize those feelings without any judgment. This is important. Do not judge yourself. Just become aware, because awareness is the first step to turning things around. Okay? Remember that. Now, let's flip the script just a little bit and get a little bit spiritual, because y'all know I gotta go there. And that's because I truly believe each of us, we are wired with divine gifts. There's this undeniable connection between you, between me, and between God. All of us. God is the source of our love, creativity, and power. When we tune into that, it's like having a supercharged engine for our dreams. I want you to reconnect with your divine self, which I like to call your God self. See, a lot of times, y'all, procrastination, it's a sign that you're not fully in sync with your purpose, your divine purpose. When you're disconnected, tasks, they feel heavier and more overwhelming. I learned early on, when I start my day, to connect with God, whether it's through prayer, meditation, or even like just a quiet, still moment of reflection. It sets the tone for my day. It reminds me that I've got all the power. You have all the power. So let me share my real life situation with you. I remember a time when every little task felt like a mountain, until I made a decision to change my perspective on how I viewed tasks or things I had to do. I started dedicating a few moments in the morning to praying and asking God to guide my steps. I still do this. Slowly but surely, my motivation is shifted, right? So instead of overthinking of what I needed to do, I would just start doing things without thinking about it, putting too much, thought into it. Did thoughts of procrastination come to mind? Of course they did. But, I began to pay attention to even those thoughts, and I quickly ignored them. You have to ignore them, period. I was no longer just ticking off items on the to-do list. I was honoring my gifts that I've been blessed with. And that, my friends, is the real magic. Linking self-awareness and divine empowerment is when you are self-aware and you're tuned into your fears and doubts. Mix that with a strong sense of divine connection, right? And you've got a powerful combination. You start to see every challenge as an opportunity to shine, knowing that you are backed by something far greater than yourself. Now, when you know you got that kind of power, come on now. So, right now, if you're chilling in a quiet spot, I want you to take a deep breath. Inhale the peace and exhale the tension. Ask yourself, what divine gift have I been neglecting by putting things off? Even if you don't get an answer right away, let that question stir something deep inside of you. It's important to do this, all right? All right, enough talk. Let's get into some practical moves that you can start using today to squash procrastination. I'm dropping these strategies like they're hot because they work. All right. Number one, break it down, break it down. When you face a huge task, it can feel like a brick wall, right? Instead of looking at the big picture, you look at the whole thing. I got to do this. Chop it into bite-sized pieces. List them out and tackle each task one small thing at a time. Every tiny bit wins. It builds momentum. Trust me. Number two, I want you to establish your hustle routine. This means setting up a daily groove that that works for you. Allocate a specific time for your task and don't forget your spiritual moments. If you don't include God and his directions in your everyday task, you can easily get off track. Remember this always, okay? A consistent routine, it helps that procrastination stay at bay. Number three, set intentions with a purpose. Before you dive into any task, ask yourself, how does this move me closer to my true purpose, to my goal? How does it honor the divine gifts I've been given? When your work feels like it's a part of a bigger plan, procrastination loses its hold on you. I'm big on being intentional, and it has made all the difference in my life. Number four, stay mindful in the moment. When you catch yourself drifting off into procrastination mode, pull yourself back with a mindful moment. Take a quick deep breath or stretch. Anything that brings you back to now. Number five, show yourself some love. Let's be real. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. None of us are perfect. And that's cool. Be kind to yourself when things slip. Celebrate every little victory. And remember, progress beats perfection on any day, every time. All right? Number six, squad goals. This is where you need people around you that will hold you accountable. Get yourself a crew or a friend at least, or a mentor to hold you accountable. Sometimes just knowing someone's got your back makes all the difference in the world. All right. Number seven, journal and reflect. Keep it 100 with yourself. Please, by all means, by writing down your thoughts and feelings about what you're putting off. Journaling it isn't just for like poetry or whatever. It's a tool to help you see the patterns and shift them, right? Number eight, kick off your day with a prayer and practice gratitude. Before you start work each day, take a few moments in prayer. Thank God for the talents you've been blessed with, and let that gratitude fuel you to get moving. Okay? Here's a little drill for you. Grab a pen and paper or your phone. I use my phone. Write down one thing you've been dodging. I'll wait. All right. Next, I want you to jot down one emotion that comes up when you think about that task. Now, I want you to write a short prayer or affirmation asking for that extra push. Trust me, this simple exercise can turn your mindset around just like that. Just like that, okay? So, as we wrap up, let's get into why designing your life is the real game changer. At 53, I'm 54 today. At 54, I've learned that it's never too late to take charge and craft the life that's true to you and who you are. And let's be honest, it's super important to start doing it now, not later. Trust me. Let me tell you why now is the time. Let me tell you what I know. Every minute you let slip by, right? It's a minute you could be investing in yourself. Overcoming procrastination, it isn't just about getting things done. It's about honoring your gifts and stepping into your divine destiny, right? Each small decision is like laying a brick in the foundation of the life you deserve. You gotta believe you deserve a better life, okay? So here's some daily vibes to live by. I'm big on vibration. You are literally a ball of energy that is always vibrating. So here you go. Begin to do these daily actions every day. Reflect. End your day by checking in with yourself, right? What went down? What worked? What didn't? Stay in tune with you. Celebrate every win, even if it's just a tiny step. Give yourself props for those tiny steps. It's okay to pat yourself on the back sometimes. And last but not least, embrace the hustle and flow. That's how I'm gonna say it. Life changes and so do you. All right. There's this thing called life. So adapt, learn, and keep pushing. Lean into it. Listen, I speak from personal experience. There were days when procrastination nearly stole my shine. But when I started to see every challenge as a chance to honor the gift God has given me, everything shifted, everything changed. Designing your life isn't just a project, it's a lifestyle. It's about taking back your time, your energy, and your passion. All right? I want you to say this with me. I always try to, give you something that wakes you up in the divine power. So repeat this after me, or just feel it in your heart at least. I'm empowered by God. I overcome hesitation. I embrace my gifts and design a life of purpose. Today, I step forward with courage and faith. Now, I want you to take a deep breath in. Breathe out. And let that truth sink in. Every moment is a new chance to step into your power and create the life you're meant to live. Okay? Thanks for chilling with me today and diving deep into how we can kick procrastination to the curb. If you enjoyed this episode, hit the subscribe button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and share this video, please, with someone who needs a boost. Okay? Remember, you got that divine power inside of you. I said it in the last video, you are powerful. Now, go out there and unleash it. I pray y'all have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next video.